Welcome back. All right, this was a requested video from a recent workshop that I facilitated. So here you go. What was in my laptop bag, and especially when I was traveling, that context for flying somewhere for a conference or convention, and what were the resources that I made sure I brought with me. So check it out. All right, this is a requested video from the workshops I've just recently completed facilitating at conferences or conventions. And I promised this past group that I would share a little video about what's in my bag. So this was a carry-on, meant to be a carry-on, but the plane I was on was a little small for this to go in the overhead. But what I, of course, carry onto the plane was my laptop that I just pulled out. And I'm just going to share some of the other things that I bring with me. So I bring engagement tools, whatever can fit, and I was flying, so I was considering that. A lot of times I bring Play-Doh and different things into, but I wasn't sure how that would work on a plane. So I brought a little whiteboard. They did have flip chart paper. As part of my activities too were some secret missions. So these envelopes. I did bring my mouse pad, and then I always bring an extension cord, and this one has a few different plugs as well as for USB. I use that in the hotel room, and it is a good option. Sometimes you might want to bring a longer one depending on your venue, but if you don't know, these are just some of the things that I bring just in case. And I brought some recording options too, so I can share behind the scene clips. So those are tripods and parts of that. But for you, what is maybe very helpful to always have as a backup. So I've got them in my plastic bags here for travel. I might put these in just a laptop bag and not a bigger bag as well. So depending on your context. So what I have in here is I have a mouse. I did take the batteries out for flying. So I do have batteries here too. Let's see here. And I had bought something new too. Oh, also, so I don't forget, I bring multiple USB memory sticks. I've got them in my purse, in my other suitcase, in this suitcase, depending on, if anything happens to anything, or if one doesn't work, it has my slide deck on it. And of course, I also have it online available, but I bring many of these with my presentation on it. This is an HDMI cable to make, just in case I need to connect my laptop with their projector. Bring that as well. In this situation, they had a laptop that was part of recording the audio, so I didn't use my laptop, and that's where the memory sticks were extra important too. Now, if you have, you might be a situation where you have a Mac computer. I have a Windows-based computer, so you might need other connections as well to think about that. This partly helps connect to an Ethernet cable. So that's just an extra option. I bring earphones that connect to my computer. So you want to get the right connection for your computer. I bring these because I might be double checking something in audio, and there might be other people in the room while I'm setting up. So this allows me to still do what I had planned. This is what I just bought. My other one was starting to, they don't last forever. So I just bought this because if I'm using my computer, I might need it. But if I'm using someone else's computer, maybe I want to connect my USB, or they've also got have already connected a mic and camera, and all the USB ports are being used. So this is a helpful option. There's other things that you might be connecting. For example, your your clicker. So they did have one at the location, but I always bring my own as well, and batteries. So this is where this USB port, it's amazing I'm doing this with one hand. And I have stickers on all my things too to help identify that this belongs to me and not the venue. And also hopefully I don't forget anything. I did forget something at one of the workshops and had to replace it. That happens sometimes. And then it's just extra reminder. This is another option for my recording. I can put my phone on the tripod. This is an Ethernet cable. It's a shorter one. So depending on your context, you might want to bring, and how much space you have, you might want to bring a larger one. And this one's Cat 6. So that is one of the higher speed ones, to keep that in mind as well. So that's an Ethernet cable, and that's where, you know, just all my backup options. So that's that bag. Oh, another set of earbuds. I also had, this is something I bought on a trip like years ago, and it has all kinds of different connections. So for my phone, because I was recording, I had this as a backup to make it last longer, and it's an extra, but I had that charged up already. So here in my other bag, I bring my own. They did have flip chart paper on site because I was flying there. I didn't bring my own, but I brought my own flip chart markers. And that's a reminder too that on each marker I could put a little sticker, so just to help identify that's mine. I bring sticky notes. People can take some of those from the tables, or I use them with the engagement activities. Brought some paper clips, that's what that was. And then cue cards, also use that for an activity, but it's just great to have things. Maybe you come up with activity on the spot and then you're ready. I always like these whiteout things when I'm writing. I would also have in here, I had activities, handouts, crosswords I created in this pouch, and cough candies I bring too. That's what's reminding me of that. But my slide notes are printed out. So then I'm reviewing that, you know, the night before, the morning of, and that's where I might be writing some things, or this comes in handy. And I always have pens and highlighter for myself as well. Pens I put down on the table and invited people to take those with them. A little bit less weight coming back on the trip. Oh, I forgot about this. This is from my trip, so I have to put that on my fridge. So batteries as well, and that's something to keep in mind too with I had these in my checked bag, not in my carry-on. Right now I'm showing it as if I wasn't flying, some of the things I would have in there, but that's something to keep in mind. And that's where with the Play-Doh too, I would have only been able to do that in a checked bag, but I didn't want to take the chance of, you know, that not working. Now on the tables, I already have these put out. Pick a table, start an activity. So as people walk in, if you don't get a chance to talk to everybody, and with my previous workshop, I had specific instructions for the activities that were on there, but that's something as well. Let's see. And it's good to have a list. I put all these things back in these bags so they're ready to go next time as well. So, oh, to have a clip on my bag here if I was bringing a water bottle or umbrella, different things, that's handy as well. And some different, you know, elastics, baggies, anything else. Oh, eyeglass cleaner. This is good too for if I did have a camera, or if I was talking to someone on my laptop with that camera, that I can clean off the cameras as well. This is an eyeglass cleaner too. And then dry erase written markers for my whiteboard that I used as an activity for one of the tables as well. So I think that pretty much covers it. A couple things I'd forgotten to unpack because I wanted to create this video for you first. And then it can, you know, if you have a bag that you always travel with, that you can put all these things ready to go next time, charged up, or in your laptop bag. I will be putting these all back into my laptop bag. And then I'll pull it out if I needed to put it in a suitcase if I was flying. Hope this is helpful to you. Thank you for checking this out. My name is Patricia Regier.